Only one player in NBA history has averaged at least 21 points, 6.5 rebounds, 5 assists, 2 steals, and 1 block per game over the course of a season. That would be Chicago Bulls legend Scottie Pippen. However, if we were to include the first 16 games of this NBA season, there's one more player that's matching those numbers: Jalen Williams. JDub is shaping up to be a modern-day Scottie Pippen. Pippen was the ultimate do-it-all glue guy, alongside Michael Jordan, who was obviously the primary scorer. JDub and Shea share a similar dynamic, with Williams taking on a versatile do-a-little-bit-of-everything role. Like Pippen, Williams can score, rebound, playmake, and defend at a high level. Pippen was known for his ability to guard 1 through 5, protect the rim, and wreak havoc with his active hands on defense. And night after night, Jalen Williams is demonstrating these same defensive traits, making him one of the most impactful two-way players in the game today. JDub has essentially been OKC's starting center and rim protector on defense since Chet went down with an injury. And mind you, he's only about 6'6", but OKC has clearly trusted him to be their micro ball center. Just watch him here as he helps on the initial drive, but is then agile enough to recover and block Andrew Wiggins' dunk attempt. On this one, the Pelicans run an empty side pick and roll, but no worries because JDub is there to protect the rim, not just once, but twice on the same possession. While he's only 6'6", like I mentioned before, he does have some pretty elite physical tools like his 7'2" wingspan and 39-inch vertical. These tools enable him to play much bigger than he actually is. He's also very good at tracing the ball on these rim contests like he does here. This ability to trace the ball in the air, along with his long wingspan, kind of reminds me of Draymond Green, who is another undersized defensive anchor that is great at protecting the rim and playing much bigger than he actually is. JDub utilizes his wingspan by doing a great job of contesting shots at the rim with verticality. He also has very good strength for someone his size, so offensive players rarely ever go through his chest on these finishes. Even opposing centers struggle to get position on JDub when they're in the post. Nurkic tries to bully JDub here, but is forced to kick it back out. The ball gets swung around and eventually comes back to Nurk, but JDub walls up once again. This time, Gordon tries to get position on him down low, and usually this results in an easy dunk for Gordon, but again, JDub's strength and low base is enough to force a tough shot. And this strength not only helps him guard post-ups, but drives as well. Derrick Jones tries to put his shoulder into JDub, but Jalen's strength and low base causes Jones to lose the ball. On this one, Kuminga is attacking downhill, but Williams again is able to absorb the contact and not get bumped off his spot, resulting in another block. He does a great job of defending Harden here by absorbing the contact with his chest and not fouling on the contest. Williams can legitimately guard 1 through 5, and OKC has enough versatility where they can basically switch everything in these small ball lineups. What I like most about JDub is his constant effort on defense, especially boxing out opposing centers when he's been asked to play the 5. Do you understand how conditioned you have to be to consistently box out and bash with players way taller and way heavier than you, while still being a secondary ball handler and playmaker on offense? It's truly insane what he is doing right now. Just look at him here, as he's got his head on a swivel and constantly looking to help, but still finds his man to box out when the shot goes up. Donovan Clingan is 8 inches taller than him, but JDub still manages to scrap out the rebound. Here, he goes for the back tap, but it doesn't result in a turnover, so he sprints back and steals the next pass instead. Just an absurd defensive motor. Williams is one of the most active defenders I've seen, and arguably has the best hands in the league. He ranks 6th in stocks per game, and OKC actually has 3 players in the top 15 in that stat. No other team has more than 1. OKC has the top defense in the league thanks to their ability to turn teams over, and it starts with their ability to just hound offensive players at the point of attack. JDub's not necessarily the quickest, but his strength, like I mentioned before, along with his super active hands, causes so many problems for offensive players. And these live ball turnovers create efficient offense for JDub as well. He's 3rd, trailing only Giannis and LeBron in total transition points this season. On this play, he helps on the ball screen, but still manages to perfectly recover back to Ingram before walling up on the drive and picking his pocket for another steal and some more transition points. This next one is just insane. He's truly everywhere on defense, just constantly helping and recovering before ripping the ball right out of Devin Booker's hands. He's got great anticipation as well. Like here, he does a textbook job of helping from the weak side to steal this pick and roll pass. Or here, he kind of baits Derrick Jones to throw this pass before shooting right through and picking it off for yet another easy transition dunk. Let's dive into his offense now. I don't think he'll ever be a number one option or offensive engine because of his lack of self-creation, but just like Pippen, he's a great sidekick to have next to an elite volume scorer. Obviously, Shai demands a ton of attention as the main scoring threat, so JDub is able to take advantage of playing off him. Whether it's knocking down catch and shoot threes, where he has shot a quality 41% over his last 3 years, or attacking closeouts, where he can use his athleticism to finish at the rim. He's currently putting up about 24 points every 75 possessions on about 60% true shooting, which is almost 3% better than league average. Williams is still a capable self-creator though, just not at the level of a true offensive superstar. He gets to the rim at a decent rate, but has had very low free throw rates through his first 3 years in the league. This is because he lacks a little bit of quickness, so he's not always able to get separation on defenders. But he's still able to use his size and strength to get shots off, especially in the mid-range. This is where he takes the majority of his shots from, and he's actually a very efficient scorer from that area, considering his volume. This is why he's able to maintain above league average efficiency while not getting to the line that much and shooting a heavy diet of these mid-range jumpers. It also helps that he gets a lot of easy baskets in transition, like I talked about earlier. So his scoring efficiency seems a little better than what it actually is. With this in mind, I don't think he's an elite scorer by any means, but he's definitely good enough to be a second option offensively on a championship level team. And I haven't even talked about his playmaking. Williams is a very talented passer and shot creator, and is fully capable of playing point guard and handling the ball when the Thunder want to bring Shai off the ball. He ranks in the 90th percentile in Thinking Basketball's box creation, and in the 87th percentile of Thinking Basketball's passer rating. JDub isn't really an A+ player in any specific category, but he does pretty much everything at a B to B+ level, which in totality almost makes him a borderline superstar. Impact metrics would agree with that statement as well, as he ranks near the top of the league in almost all of them thanks to his two-way impact. All that to say, Jalen Williams' offensive and defensive versatility make him one of the most impactful two-way players in the game today, and why I call him the modern-day Scottie Pippen. If you enjoyed this video, please like and subscribe, as I will be posting more in-depth breakdowns throughout the NBA season. And as always, thanks for watching and have a great day.